Okay.
I'm telling you, Jake, I need that money tonight.
You knew the deal going in, Charlie. There's nothing I can do about it.
We'll see about that.
Hope I'm not interrupting, gentlemen.
My friend here was just saying his farewells. Weren't you, Charlie? Please do pardon that unpleasant display. What can I do for you, my dear?
Name's Harley Leger. I'd like to interview you for the Rosewater Post.
Well, shucks, it would be my pleasure,
Aber?
Miss Leger. Shall we go upstairs to my room? Beats standing out here in the dust.
Lead on.
Miss Leger, permit me to introduce my associate, Danny Luo.
We've met, actually. Not formally, I suppose. Nice to properly make your acquaintance, Miss Leger.
Likewise, Mr. Luo.
Please, you can call me Danny. Everybody does.
So what did you think of the show? Pretty spectacular, huh?
Spectacular. It was amazing.
Well, shucks. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Shall we proceed with the interview?
Right. How did you come to pick Rosewater as your latest venue?
Simple. Plenty of folk in this town are looking for a good show. I ain't so hoity-toity as to think El Presidio or Los Virgenes are the only places worth visiting. After spending all day bent double over a pan in a creek or working his keister off down in a mine, a man is entitled to some amusement, wouldn't you say?
Is there anything that frightens the mighty gentleman Jake?
You know, somebody once told me, fear is only as deep as the mind allows. When you deal with the type of folks out on the frontier that I do, marauders, bandits, desperados, your fears have got to be shallow. Otherwise, you won't last 2 seconds.
What's something nobody knows about you? Give me something juicy.
I'm something of an open book, Miss Leger.
Okay.
Keeping secrets ain't really my modus operandi.
Come on, everyone's got secrets.
Oh, I think you'll find I'm not like most folk.
Danny, you're Gentleman Jake's closest associate. I'd like to hear your perspective.
Me? But I thought this interview was with Mr. Ackerman.
Oh, go on, Danny boy. Tell the lady what you think of old Jake.
Well, Mr. Ackerman's been very kind to take me under his wing. He's taught me loads about showmanship and being brave. Really, I couldn't ask for a better mentor.
Aw, hell. You're gonna make me blush.
Hey, Jake, don't you have an appointment with Miss Sally this evening?
Damn, you're right. Sorry to cut things short, Miss Leger. I've got another engagement I need to prepare for.
I should have plenty for my article. I appreciate your time.
Well, I look forward to reading your story in the next edition. Danny, see the lady out, would you?
Good meeting you, Danny. Guess I'll see you around. Not to worry, gents. Jake's all yours. Hey, you were in the show. Nice juggling.
Thank you, ma'am.
Die machen Stress.
Get your ass out here right now, you four-flusher.
Now, what's all the ruckus?
Don't play the fool with me, Ackerman. You know damn well why I'm here. You might think you can give me the runaround, but I wonder if my friends here won't convince you to pay up.
Charlie. Didn't anybody ever tell you only cowards get others to solve their problems for them?
You slum-guzzling bastard. I'm gonna fix that wobbling jaw of yours.
Come on up here, then.
Are you sure you won't reconsider, Charlie?
Shut the hell up and get out of my way. McGuire, take care of the kid. Let's dance, cowboy.
I suggest you clear out while you can, little lady. This could get ugly.
From where I'm standing, it's pretty damn ugly already. Hey!
So that's how you want it, huh? Fine. I'll let the boss deal with you when he's done.
You're in my way, you lummox.
And that's where I'm staying. Hey, don't start any trouble, lady. We can do this all day. Hey! Don't start any trouble, lady.
Whoopsie daisy.
Hey, nice one.
Not the most honorable way of winning a fight, but these boys were hardly playing fair.
Hey, Charlie. Looks like your guys weren't as tough as you hoped.
Whoo-wee! That got the old blood pumping.
You've got some interesting associates, Mr. Ackerman. If you'll excuse me, I have an article to write.
Hang on just a minute. I'd be a fool to just let you walk away after that performance. Come on back up here. I've got a business proposition that may interest you.
What about Miss Sally?
Oh, she can wait. All right, Miss Leger, I won't beat around the bush. Danny and I are looking to get some folks together for a job, and I think you'd make a damn fine addition to the team.
What sort of job?
Ever hear of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Of course. The etheric researcher. What about him?
Dr. Clark moved out here not long after the big disaster back in Lamplight City. He kept up his research, even did some demonstrations at the Opera House. Till one day, he just up and vanished. Nobody's seen hide nor hair of him in nearly a year.
Als ob der ist FBI oder so.
So is he dead or what?
That's the thing. Nobody knows. But the real question is what he left behind. We're going in search of Dr. Clark's fortune.
Come again?
The feller was loaded. Somehow he managed to talk a bunch of big money investors from back east into financing his research. All those gizmos and doodads don't come cheap, you know? We find his stash, we'll all be rolling in it for years to come.
Stash? What stash? Surely it's all just numbers on a ledger somewhere.
Nope, I'm telling you, he kept his assets in cold, hard cash.
So you're looking to rob a man blind just because nobody knows where he is?
Now, nothing so uncouth as that. Picture this, a swashbuckling pirate captain, his vessel freighted with treasure. The vast fleets of law and order circling him, closing in. He digs a hole in the sands of some sun-kissed tropical beach to conceal his ill-gotten loot and makes himself scarce. Circumstance conspires to deprive him of the opportunity to return. Now, he's the brave treasure hunter who seeks and unearths the bounty guilty of robbery? Or is he just returning to the world what would otherwise lie forgotten and worthless? See, we're not after Clark's personal wealth. The money in question was meant to bankroll his etheric research. Since that's been outlawed, he can't touch it. And it's a drop in the ocean for the investors. They'll never miss it.
How many folks are you planning on bringing into this?
That depends on what we find. But I promise you, we'll all get a fair split. Enough to make it all worthwhile.
What's your plan?
Clark had a lab nearby, a couple miles outside of town. Last place anybody saw him. We poke around there, retrace his steps, and it should lead us straight to the loot.
Uh-huh.
Now, call me crazy, but I get the impression you're not entirely convinced.
Truth be told, I'm not. Assuming this fortune even exists, which it probably doesn't, how do I know you won't just leave me for dead and take it all for yourself?
I admit we're asking you to put a lot of faith in us. Hell, I'd probably be just as incredulous were I in your position.
Mr. Ackerman's a good man, Miss Leger. He's never led me astray in all the time I've known him.
I appreciate it, Danny, but I think Miss Leger's gonna need a little more than just your word. Look, I've known quite a few moneyed folk in my time. They all got one thing in common. You know what that is?
They like buying things and showing off?
Quite the contrary. If you don't hold on to your money, you can't stay rich.
So what do they have in common?
They're good at keeping their money safe. Clark's cash is out there. I just know it. As far as your safety, you just took out a couple of brutes twice our size. It's plain to see you can take care of yourself.
I'm pretty good with my pistols, and Mr. Ackerman can talk his way out of anything. But we could use somebody who's good in a fight.
Besides, stick around old Jake long enough and you'll have enough material to write a whole book. Forget a measly little write-up in the local rag. I'm offering you a front row seat to a much better show. So, what do you say?
Okay, ich habe keine Möglichkeiten.
All right, Mr. Ackerman. I'm in, but try anything funny, and I walk.
Understood.
You won't regret this, Miss Leger.
We'll set out for the lab at daybreak. And please, call me Jake.
Dr. Clark's laboratory is a short hike from Rosewater. After getting run out of Lamplight City, this is where he went to ground. A secluded desert facility where he could get up to who knows what. Jake, Danny, and I head there at first light to see what secrets he left behind.
Quite a sight, ain't it?
I'll say. What the hell was Clark doing out here?
That's a question for minds greater than ours, Miss Leger.
Okay. Außerhalb der verlassenen Spiele. Der Einbruch in die Spiele und das Auffinden des Gegenstands war ein Kinderspiel. Rein und raus und keiner hat was gemerkt. Was für ein Aufwand. Die Show sollte besser mal verdammt gut sein. In der Nähe von Dr. Clarks verlassenem Wüstenlabor. Es gibt viel zu erzählen. Zunächst ein paar Notizen für meine Artikel, bevor die ganze Aufregung mein Gedächtnis trübt. Die Show erwies sich schließlich als wahrer Genuss. Darsteller waren Gentleman Jake, sein Assistent Danny Louis und Charlie, der den Clown in plumpen, komischen Einlagen spielt. Unstreitbar gab es viel Können zu bewundern. Jake zeigte einen wirklich beeindruckenden Trick beim Scharfschießen, der mit den Cowboy-Einlagen und Erzählungen über seine Heldentaten ergänzt wurde. Ich habe auch mein Interview mit Jake bekommen. Ich kann mein Transkript nicht lesen, ein totales Gekrakel. Und ich kann mich kaum an etwas erinnern, was er gesagt hat. Ich werde improvisieren müssen, wenn es an der Zeit ist, es niederzuschreiben. Nun zu wichtigen Dingen. Ich wurde für eine seltsame Mission angeworben. Jake Ackerman sucht nach dem Vermögen des in Ungnade gefallenen und auf mysteriöse Weise verschwundenen Erfinders der Ätherizität, Dr. Clark. Er ist auf seine Spur gestoßen und vom Erfolg völlig überzeugt. Das scheint eine faszinierende Aufgabe zu sein und auch eine Gelegenheit zu reisen und Material für einen zweiten Artikel zusammen. Obendrein die Bezahlung, die durch dieses Unterfangen winkt. Nachdem ich geholfen hatte, eine Schlägerei im Salut zu schlichten, Charlie ist wohl unzufrieden, den Dummen zu spielen, hatte Jake die Idee, dass ich ihm als eine Art Leibwächterin dienen könnte. Ich bemühe mich, ein friedliches Leben zu führen, aber mein Weg ist gesäumt von Leuten, die eine feine Hauerei suchen und von denen, die darum betteln, dass ich ihnen eine reinsammle. Von Rosewater ist es nicht weit zu Dr. Clarks Labor. Nachdem er aus Lamplight City verjagt wurde, weil er etliche Leute auf der Expo in Luft aufgelöst hatte, hat er sich mitten im Nirgendwo in eine abgelegene Einrichtung zurückgezogen, wo er wer weiß was anstellen konnte. Der letzte Ort, an dem er je gesehen wurde. Jake und Danny und ich machen uns bei Tagesanbruch auf den Weg dorthin, um herauszufinden, welche Geheimnisse er zurückgelassen hat.
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
I've got some more questions about you.
I'm always happy to answer.
How do you and Danny get together?
I was packing up after a run of shows in Quick Point, having a hard time of it. You see, my assistant had up and left a few days prior, so I was flying solo.
Your assistant left? Why?
The showman's life ain't for everybody. I don't fault him for it. Anyhow, Danny comes up and offers to help with the crates. You should have seen him. Eyes wide, hands shaking, downright charming. So Danny gives me a hand and we get to talking. Turns out he's got experience roping and shooting. He even gave me a demonstration. I offered him the job as my assistant on the spot. The rest, as they say, is history.
Would you care to recount some of your previous adventures?
I'd love to, but I'm afraid now just ain't the time. Soon as we have a respite, I'll be glad to regale you.
I'm impressed, Miss Leger. Never thought I'd live to see the day Jake refused to tell his story.
Just how did you come to learn about Clark's money?
Not long ago, I got to talking with a feller at the saloon. The whiskey had loosened his lips, and he blabbed all about the success of his aurum claim. But then he told me about how he'd invested most of that aurum in Clark's research, and how he wasn't the only one.
And you're certain these investors won't be wanting their money back?
Can't speak for the rest, but this feller won't. See, his aforementioned loose lips got him into trouble with some other folk. Poor bastard was shot dead in the street.
I see. Enough jabber. Let's push on. Hey, Danny?
Ma'am?
I want to know something about you, Danny.
Okay. Like what?
You and Jake known each other long?
Gosh, that's a good question. I guess it's been about 2 years?
Sounds about right.
Time goes by quick when you travel around as much as we do.
What did you do before becoming Jake's assistant?
Oh, nothing glamorous. I was a stable hand in Quick Point. Life with Gentleman Jake is certainly more, lively.
Just how old are you,
Right.
anyway?
I'll be 21 this winter,
Okay.
but I can handle myself just fine if that's what you're worried about.
True enough. Danny's more experienced than some folk twice his age. You'd be a fool to underestimate him.
Have you got any family?
Sure, my parents and older brother live on the coast, near El Presidio. I write them every month. I haven't seen them in a dog's age, though. But Jake's been like family to me, really.
We should get a move on.
Ich würde mal interessieren, wie er Post zurückkriegt, wenn sie ständig am Reisen sind. Ah, wieder Schlosszeit.
Guess it shouldn't come as a surprise that the front door is not wide open for us.
That's a serious-looking lock.
Way too complicated for these lockpicks.
So, how are we supposed to get in?
Some dynamite, maybe?
Now that's not a bad idea. My old pal Captain Stokes is stationed nearby at Fort Beaumont. He owes me a favor, or two.
Maybe he could give us some high-powered equipment to get inside.
You read my mind, Danny boy. Wouldn't do any harm to take a look around out here first, though.
Ja, machen wir noch.
Dr. Clark really liked his sarsaparilla. There must be at least 30 empty bottles in these crates.
I once drank 10 bottles of sarsaparilla for a bet.
Did you win?
Well, yes, and no.
Doing some tidying, are we?
Mhm.
We might find some use for these. Come help me. I can't carry them all myself.
Hey, I ain't gonna start bellyaching if you want to go around collecting refuse. Might fetch us a few shillings if we sell them back at the Jack of Diamonds.
There you go. And some for you.
Thanks.
Looks like Clark missed his last mail delivery.
Okay, was steht drin?
Seems to be from another scientist.
February 12th, 1850. Dr. Clark, I hope this letter finds you well. Upon hearing news of the reactionary and ignorant ban our leaders have seen fit to impose, my thoughts went to you and your thankless labors in the wilderness. When they hounded you out after the expo, and I wouldn't be surprised if Leroy's cronies sabotaged your display to discredit you, you were undaunted. After enduring such a trying year, I know how much building that lab out there meant to you. A turning point in your fortunes, or so it seemed. Yet I am sure you will persevere once more. One day when rationality again prevails in the halls of government and this silly thing is lifted, I hope to take you up on your offer of a tour. If you've returned to the bosom of civilization by then, all the better. With warm regards, Dr. Roderick Nethersoul. P.S. How you managed to rig a TT-180 console to control both your equipment and door mechanisms still baffles me. Mine is destined for the scrapyard.
Empty sarsaparilla bottles. Dr. Clark really liked his sarsaparilla. Locked up tight.
Whoever closed this place up really didn't want anybody getting in.
This is one of the sturdiest locks I've ever seen.
I think we're gonna need to get creative. The Ford stockpile might have something that could help.
Okay. Hier werden wir nicht weiter rankommen. Schauen wir nochmal zuvor hin. Guck, wer ist das? Ach, guck mal, der hat eine
What are you
Aluhut.
doing? This is no place for sightseers.
And just who in the ether are you?
Such disrespect. You toy with forces you do not understand.
The lady asked you a question, sir.
Heed my warning. Stay away from this place. Its mysteries are not for you.
Das ist dein?
Hey, wait!
Das ist ein Aluhut.
You forgot your hat?
What was that all about?
Good question.
Okay.
Tinfoil. Why was that man wearing it as a hat?
Das ist eine gute Frage. Aber, liebe Leute, und da nicht sauer sein. Ich merke, es ist für mich Zeit, in die Falle zu gehen. War vorher noch eine Runde bei den Nachbarn. Ja. War ein anstrengender Tag, aber erfolgreich. Hier und da. Also, es geht. Es geht in die Bahn und gab sehr viele Neuigkeiten, die ich vielleicht dann morgen erzählen werde. Ja, zwischendurch. Guter Einstieg. Mir gefällt das Spiel sehr. Ich finde den Artstyle cool. Ich finde die Animationsphasen cool. Sprachausgabe ist bisher sehr gelungen. Die Story macht Spaß auf mich. Und ich hoffe für den Rest auch. Spielen wir weiter. Versteht sich von selbst. In diesem Sinne. Vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. Wir sehen uns morgen Abend wieder und ja, würde mich freuen, wenn der ein oder andere wieder mit dabei ist. Schlaf gut. Ne? Schönes Wochenende und bis dahin. Euer Firefox.